So hi beauties, it's Brittany Alyssa. So I'm coming to you guys today and I'm going to be installing my U-part. Although I'm talking in the video, I figured it would be much clearer if I explained what I was doing this way. So the braids that are in my head are basically from the weave that I just took out. I took out my sew-in and I wanted to make a U-part. I wanted to give myself some color, but I didn't want to put the dye inside of my Bronx Hair Supply hair. So the items you're going to need a plastic cap, you're going to need the little tissue paper to go around your head, and you're going to need glue, scissors, of course, some, what am I saying? You're going to need the scissors, you're going to need the glue, you're going to need basically to cut the tracks, to glue in the tracks, and the reason why I use the plastic cap is to protect your head. You can get any glue from your local beauty supply store, and a nice dome cap is perfect. You can use regular plastic, not plastic caps, stocking caps, but it seeks through a little bit more. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to braid this part up right here. Again, this is the braid pattern from my sew-in, so I'm going to want to make my U-part in the same pattern that this hairstyle was in. So you braid that up, you get a bobby pin, and you pin that back. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to apply that little tissue paper around your head. I'm still braiding up. I look so crazy, you guys. Pardon my appearance, but I wanted to get this video up no matter how bad I looked. Yeah, so you take the tissue paper and you put it around your head before you put on the plastic cap and before you put on the dome cap, and the reason why you do that is you do not want the glue to get on your hair. Glue's not really for everyone, and I know that it pulls out my hair in particular, but I do know some people who use glue and it works for them. So you take that and you hold it, and you take another one and you hold it in place because they do not stick together, so you have to be very careful. As you're gonna see, mine's ended up falling down. But yeah, you take two of them and you put them on your head. And then you take the plastic and you allow the plastic cap to be put on your head as well. That way you have two protective barriers to protect your hair. Once you put the plastic around your head, you're then going to put the dome cap nice and secure. I prefer you to put the dome cap without the stitching facing you where you're going to cut out the U, because I find that it makes the U part not last as long. So yeah. You put that plastic cap, you put the dome cap on, and avoid the stitching area when you put that dome cap on. So yeah, just follow these instructions and we're going to get into the next step after I put on this dome cap. I did this really quick. If you guys would have seen everything I went through to make sure I had it nice and straightened out. I literally took out my weave and made this U-part within like 40 minutes, one right after each other. I just wanted to make sure I had the U-part done and out of the way, so that way I can wash and dye my hair. So this is one of the hairs that I dyed, that I ombre. It is a bit of a mess because when you're messing with blue color, it tends to get all over the place. This was my first time messing with bright colors, but I learned my lesson. Anyway, you comb that hair out nice, and then you measure it to your scalp where you want it to be, and once you figure out where you want it to be, you just cut it. And I like to put the glue on the hair on my leg, so you won't be able to see how I put the glue on, but I glue it after I measure it and cut it, and I just put it to my scalp. You will need a blow dryer as well. I forgot to say that in the beginning of the video. The reason why you're going to need a blow dryer is because you want that to dry really quickly. But I did learn a lesson making this wig. My plastic cap did melt a little bit. Yeah, so be careful with that, you guys. So yeah, I made sure it was on snug again. It's cut because it's measured. I made sure to make a mark of where my leave out was going to. So beauties, I'm back now. As you can see, half of the hair is done. I'm going to keep following the pattern that I previously told you guys, just to cut the weave, measure it, cut it, glue it, blow dry it, and keep following that pattern and make sure to get it as close to the hairline as possible, so that way if you want to pull it back in a ponytail you can. The closer you get to the U part, the closer you get to the part that you want as the U, you're going to go around as if it were a U. You do not want to keep going around and it doesn't fit the form of the U, because you're going to make a mistake and you're not going to have it as a U part. It's going to look crazy. So keep going and following that pattern and you'll be done in no time. Alright beauty, so I'm back. As you can see, the U is formed, and I'm going to blow dry to make sure all of those pieces are nice and dry so I can get ready to cut, layer, and flat iron. You do not want to flat iron hair that is not completely dry, because what will happen is it will fall down and you have a big old mess. So stay tuned for the final product.